So today I'm going to be making a creamy, peanut buttery kind of Thai chicken in the crock pot. These are all the things you need for the sauce. You are supposed to use fresh ginger, but I feel like that's just too much work, so I always use powdered. Same thing, fresh garlic. I just don't buy that. If you don't have fish sauce, you can use soy sauce, but it's not as good. There is a difference. And if you don't have brown sugar, you can use honey, or vice versa. Yeah. So my ingredient list is going to look like: big pack of chicken. I'm using the whole canned coconut milk, 2/3 of a cup of peanut butter. And again, you could play with that amount. If you use less, it's probably going to be a little bit more, I don't know, quote unquote authentic tasting. I like the peanut butter flavor. Fish sauce, if you like it really salty, you can use more, or you could also add salt to the final product. I find like that this 4 tablespoons is a pretty good compromise, and then my husband will just add more. Honey, or you can use brown sugar, rice wine vinegar, lime juice. These don't really have measurements for, because again, I'm just putting like a bunch of red pepper flakes in there. Ginger is just like a good amount. They recommend you do 2 tablespoons fresh ginger, so I just put a bunch of powdered ginger in there. And garlic, well, I mean, it really doesn't matter how much garlic you tell someone, they're just going to put more. So a good amount of garlic, like, I don't know, quarter cup, maybe not quite that much, something like that. So here I am just kind of starting to add ingredients in. You will notice soy sauce has joined the table. I ran out of fish sauce. Here's my honey going in. I need about 4 tablespoons. I don't really measure a lot of things. I just kind of think like, okay, like that's gonna be enough. And I'm probably gonna have to scrape out this jar and maybe get the new one out, because that's not a lot of honey. And stuff on ginger this time. The recipe calls for fresh ginger, like 2 tablespoons. So since I'm using dry, I definitely, put a lot in there. I imagine it would be better if you used fresh, but like I said, I don't have that, and especially during this time where we have limited grocery store abilities. So for red pepper flakes, you don't even have to put this in, but I like spicy stuff, so I'm putting it in, and I'm putting in a lot. Like I wouldn't do that much for any other human. Just maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon will probably be enough. The last of my ingredients into the sauce, and one thing I like about this recipe is that it's very creamy but doesn't have dairy. So we're using coconut milk. I'm using the whole can because this is a pretty big portion. Like I'm making a lot of chicken. And for the peanut butter, I choose a natural peanut butter that doesn't have any added sugar. You already put a bunch of sugar in there with either the honey, which I did, or the brown sugar, which is the other option. So you really don't need a peanut butter that has sugar. This is the kind we buy now. It's just, if you're gonna add jelly or whatever to your sandwich, you don't really need a bunch more sugar in your peanut butter. So I'm just gonna mix this until it's nice and smooth. Ginormous package of chicken in my slow cooker. I'm just making the whole package because we're gonna have leftovers or do meal prep or something like that. So if we look at the price, this is almost 5 pounds of chicken. So the recipe I made is appropriate in terms of sauce. It's appropriate for that much chicken. If you were doing less chicken, I would have everything that I've done. So while my chicken's in the crock pot, we're just gonna close the lid, turn it on. We're gonna go high for, I'm gonna put like 3 hours and then check it. I'm not like exactly sure how long it will take. I prefer to use the low setting, but since it's already like, I don't know, 2:30 or something, and we want to eat, before it gets crazy late. So we're gonna go with that, and I'll check it. And then, if I need to do more, I'll do more. And here's the final product. Just kidding, this is actually leftovers. These have been sitting in my refrigerator for 2 days. I totally forgot to show the final product. I probably have a picture somewhere I can throw on the end, but part of the reason I like doing a lot of slow cooker cooking is because the leftovers taste pretty much the same as the first night you cook it. It doesn't like degrade in quality through reheating, so some things don't reheat as well, and I don't like to make those because I know I'm going to be reheating stuff. So anyways, I will add a picture if I have one of when we actually ate it and it looked a lot prettier.